Oh
Alright,
no.
hey everyone! Welcome to another Wildewitch RP live play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our, writer and producer. Sorry if we got a little case of the giggles going on. Um, we're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. Now we create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. Uh, Tonight we're playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline, set in our very own Velinara campaign setting. It's a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table, we do have several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it is time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes before they have to meet with some Fae royalty. They've been called in for a meeting. So, let's begin with an introduction for Bracken.
Hey everybody, I'm Thresh. I play Bracken, who's a Kendermonk fighter. Apparently, the one who gets the shit job in the mines when we go for coal. He likes to fight and punch and kick. He's not very good at talking, but he tries his best and he makes a good breakfast.
Alright, amazing. Next up for our introductions, we've got Avi.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm playing Avi. She's a half-elf bard sorcerer who cares deeply about her friends. Is constantly quietly singing or humming. And she's just a little spooky, and that's why she's the canary.
Amazing. What the fuck is last but not least, why don't we get an introduction for Cecil?
Hello, my name is Brent, and I play Cecil Darkholm. He's a forest gnome cavalier. He's got a squire running around, kinda, that he's training. He feels like everybody's about to walk straight into a trap with where they're going, so on edge a little bit. He owns the mine where everyone works, and my link is broken.
You tell Lachlan to mind his own business. I heard him back
Gosh, dang it. Alright. Oh. Let me handle this because it's easy enough.
there. Oh.
Thanks, Faye.
Of course. So yeah, let's dive into our session here. You are in the domain of midnight here in Vale de Fera. And you've arrived in you've arrived in Sprinifera, the city, kingdom that Bracken hails from. On your arrival, you did not come welcomed with open arms. And after a night of rest, you were approached by a messenger. One who told you of a summons to the royal palace to meet with one Prince Dalafor.
Well, it seems as though this is something that we don't have a choice in.
Yeah.
good thing I washed our fancy clothes.
Do we really need to dress up for these people?
I don't. They're royalty. I don't know. I was gonna put a little effort in.
How much time do we have before this meeting?
I believe it was on the morrow at noon. So you've got a day.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I can don my 67-piece suit.
It's 67 now.
Could be more. You know, whenever I put it in or take it out of the bag.
I
it's
mean,
kinda...
yeah, I get that because when I washed and hung all the bits, I only counted maybe 35.
Yeah, it keeps going.
Gotcha.
You just take one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
razors to it, add some, add some stylish.
It's part of the magical enchantment of the suit itself, in that it always develops and updates. Be at the bleeding edge of fashion.
Now I'm just thinking about the hat that reproduces with other hats.
What?
Don't worry
Huh?
about it. Don't worry about it.
No. Get in the comments and never call Faye weird. Talk about hats having hat kids.
Hi, Max.
So, you have a day to prepare for a meeting with the prince.
Great.
Is there something that we should do before then? Or are we just showing up and hoping for the best?
I mean, I don't know
'Cause
if
it-
there's anything we can do, but you know, I
Okay.
guess we could try to get our information straight and do a little bit of scouting.
Scouting a palace.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's gonna just be us walking over, looking at it, and that's it. Because I imagine that a palace, even one for little fairies, is crawling with guards.
Okay then.
Okay then.
I guess we won't do that.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't do it. I'd like to see a fairy palace, but you know.
What's our plan? Are we just going to hear him out? It feels like we're walking into a
It
trap.
feels
I
like
don't know.
exactly. That's why I'm saying we need to scout it out. And I feel like it's crazy to just walk in exactly how they want us to with no information. But if we don't even want to try to get in, then I don't know what we want to do about it.
Who's saying that we're not trying?
You just said we were gonna walk up and see the palace, and that's about all we could do.
Well, I mean, that is just me. There's 2 other people here who are more than capable of coming up with ideas. How about this? I'm gonna remove myself from the equation because I feel like that I'm making waves when I shouldn't. But figure out what we're doing. I'm gonna go finish hanging the washing.
All right, so
What do you think he wants with us, Bracken? Is he
I
just going to
don't-
arrest you and throw you
I
in?
feel like he's gonna just try to. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna make an ass of himself and try to try to throw me under a bus or embarrass me or some dumb crap that I don't have time or effort to deal with. And I don't want to go, but we have to go because otherwise it's gonna be a fucking problem. So I don't know exactly what to do in this situation, but sit around doing nothing is not it. So we need to figure something out.
Do you want to hear him out?
Not really. He's kind of an ass.
What do you think would happen if we ignore the summon?
He's gonna take that as an offense, and then that's gonna turn into a whole nother thing, and then we're gonna have guards coming after us because they already know where we are and what we're here for and what that's going on about, and that's not good either.
Wait 1 second.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Cecil's
Okay.
gonna walk to the door and open the door and stand outside on the stoop or the step or whatever with his hands on his hips, just seeing if there's anyone watching the house.
His hands on his hips.
Classic Cecil pose.
The gnome pose. Give me a perception roll.
– 14.
You don't see anyone watching.
Cecil's gonna sigh a little bit and walk back inside. Well, I didn't see anyone watching the place.
Look, I'm telling you right now, we were in town for what? An afternoon, overnight, and we had somebody come and knock on our door and give us a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in their defense, we are staying in your uncle's house.
Yeah, but I don't think it would have mattered.
I feel like they'd watch it, though. You know, just like keep an eye on it.
I mean, yeah, but if we showed up in an inn or a tavern or something like that, I am certain that they clocked us the instant we walked through the city gates. That is my feeling and understanding of this situation. And I think that ignoring them or acting like they're not a big deal makes this way worse.
If they clocked us coming in, do you think they'd even let us walk back out?
Probably not. Not unless, not until Prince gets his chance to do what he wants to do or say what he wants to say.
Then it doesn't sound like we have much choice.
I agree with that.
Do you think they'll disarm us when we reach the gates of the palace?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You kidding me? Like they're going to let us walk in with weapons? He's arrogant, not stupid. Well, he is. Nobody wants to say he's stupid. He's stupid, but, he's not that stupid.
You think there's any way to draw him out into a more neutral grounded meeting?
In a day?
Well, go to the town square and tell guards to go fetch him because you're not moving. I don't know.
I feel like making waves makes the situation worse here, which, is normally what I'm all about. I love doing that, but yeah, this feels weird, and it feels worse trying to make it worse, which I hate, and it sucks, and I'm mad about.
Well, if we go to the gates, they disarm us. We'll be surrounded, outnumbered, and without our weapons, and just what we have. Avi's got magic. I've got a little bit, and you've got your fists.
They can't take my hands, so that's.
They could
that's
handcuff
good.
you.
Yeah.
Shackle your legs.
All right. Let's not give people ideas now.
I've heard about some fancy bracelets that take magic away, so there is also that. Although that could just be a big story.
Possibly. There's got to be a reason why they didn't just send in 50 guards and arrest us here, though.
Right, which is why I'm worried and concerned about the situation as well.
Well,
It seems,
is the prince much of a fighter? Maybe he wants to, have another shot at you.
I'm sure he does. And, I'm worried it's not going to be that fair of a fight, but
Makes sense.
whatever. I mean, I have no idea what our options are given our time frame. So I think we just make the best out of it tomorrow and go about it. If we have other options or opportunities that arise that make more sense, then by all means we can pursue those. But as of right now, it really for me feels like a rock and a hard place.
All right. Well, how about this? How about now? I don't think that I was very noticeable coming through the gate. It could have been, but I'm pretty good at blending in when I want to.
Yeah.
Maybe I could go take a look at the palace, see what that situation is, and come back and tell everybody.
Okay.
Sure.
Just so we're not all out and somebody recognizes somebody and we're all in trouble.
Do you have a way to get out of this house unseen?
Hold, please. Well, wouldn't you know it, I do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just did a little, thing where I stood on the porch, unapprovingly.
Mm-hmm.
I can go do that again, and you can just walk out.
Yeah.
Which way is
Yeah.
the palace? The palace is probably pretty recognizable. It's a big building in the city.
I'm picturing a gnome going out with Crocs in sport mode and like boxers and an undershirt and the red cone hat and just standing there, hands on hips, on the porch.
Well, all right. I'll go do that then.
All right.
Can I from the the foyer? There's a window, yeah.
I'd say that, yeah, there's a window kind of in the main room.
All right, cool. Can I see like an alleyway or anything across the way from the window?
Not directly across the way, but a little bit down, yeah.
Within 200 feet?
I'd say, yeah, just within that 200 feet, maybe about like
Great.
160 or so.
Okay, I'll cast Shadow Portal.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'll just kind of walk through and come out over there.
Alright, so as you disappear from within the main room and set out for the palace, Cecil, Bracken, do you have any plans that you will be enacting while Avi is away? Or are you just waiting for Avi to return with information?
Cecil's watching the windows and looking for more signs. Anyone watching or Avi coming back?
Alright,
Yeah, Bracken will sit tight.
I will keep that in mind. Cecil, go ahead, roll for me a perception check on that.
20.
Alright. You are on the open streets. What are you doing as you make your way towards the palace.
I mean, I'm just walking to the palace. I'm acting pretty normal, not in any kind of way. Just, I'm a tourist going to look at the palace.
I will ask for a performance roll to be nonchalant.
It's a 33.
You are very nonchalant.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
Taking a leisurely stroll towards the palace will, of course, bring you past it, or at least the grounds that it sits upon. There are gates, and you can see posted guards. There are probably some guards that you can't quite see, but it is very lush with greenery. You can see a large tree sort of at the center point of the palace. But everything's sort of cloaked in starlight and other forms of bioluminescence in the forms of either magic or flora.
That's about what I figured we'd see if we came to scout it out.
Yeah, the palace does not seem, at least from an outside view, to be anything less than what you'd expect.
Right. Does it seem, I mean, I know that I've never been here before, but does it seem that the guards at the gate are any more, like on edge or heightened in any way?
Give me an insight roll.
22.
They seem very alert, but they do not seem to be any sort of heightened alertness.
Mm. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a few steps toward the gate just to see what happens.
As you make your way towards the gate, it's not until you are very much close enough to interact with the gate that a guard that is stationed out front drops a glaive to block any sort of intentions of going for the gate, at least any easy intentions.
I don't put my hands up. Sorry. Just, I mean, it's so pretty.
Yeah. We are on set orders to only allow certain people within the state grounds at this time.
No, totally. I get it. Is there something exciting going on, or?
Nothing to concern the civilians about.
A non-answer, but all right, that's fine. I get it. You're working. Is he cute?
What's his name?
I don't know that cute would be the word that I describe. I'd say very rustic looking.
Okay.
He's got like full facial hair, beard, and mustache.
Sure. I'll kind of go ahead and step back and. But hey, if there's a time when you're not working and you feel like you want to talk about it.
Nope.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go.
And as you say this, the glaive goes back up to a resting position.
Damn it. I'll start heading back.
Alright. As Avi, you start making your way back, staying as leisurely as you were before to avoid drawing any eyes. Cecil, of course, you would see when Avi's getting close back to the establishment. But you haven't seen anyone else. At least nothing that, is suggestive of being, planted there to watch. You see neighbors pass by onto different areas of the city, but it's expected movement.
There's still nothing out there, Bracken. But I think Avi's back.
Oh, good. I wonder if she found anything.
I'll walk up to the door. Well, it's a
How'd it go?
palace. It's a palace. It's got a gate and a bunch of guards. It's actually really pretty. And apparently the one guard that I talked to's got a stick up his butt, so the only kind of information I was able to get was that they're only allowed to let certain people through the gates at this time. And then I
Makes
tried
sense.
I tried to push a little further and maybe turned on the charm, but he, shot me down. I think I've lost my touch.
No way, definitely not.
No?
That's on him, frankly.
Yeah. Alright. But there you go. That's all I
Alright,
was
well.
able to get.
I guess we just show up in our, finest tomorrow and see what's going on.
I guess so.
So, we're not even going to take weapons?
I mean, do you want to lose them?
No.
We could try, but there's a good chance we lose them and they might keep them, knowing who we're dealing with.
All right. So we put some nice clean clothes on, leave all of our weapons here, and hope for the best?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I might be able to hide something.
How would you do that?
Magic?
Well, that's what I figured.
I can hide 3 things on my person. I think. Hold on, let me read this. So I can hide 3 things within 10 feet of me.
So, I mean, we could each bring one thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah,
no...
so-
It can be any size thing?
Object can't be larger than a short sword. And it must be on your person, held in your hand, or otherwise unattended.
Warhammer's probably a little big then.
Yeah, probably. I could probably hide your little...
My little collapsible spear?
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. It takes it off and just kind of tosses
I
it
got
to her.
these.
Don't press that button.
I won't press the button. I
What-
don't need it now, though.
Okay, if you do press the button, don't pointed at your eye.
It's within
Okay.
10 feet, right?
It's got to be on her person.
Or
on her
unattended
person.
too, so if you put it down on the ground.
Got it. All right, cool. Well, in that case, I've got my dagger bracers that I guess works best for me.
Okay.
Should I not wear my armor either?
I feel like the dagger bracers you could probably try and hide.
They don't have any. All right.
It's the 68th and 69th piece of his suit.
Yeah.
Heyo.
What do you think, Avi? Armor or no armor?
Well, I don't usually wear armor, so
I feel like you could make the argument that it's your best look.
All right, I'll wear it.
well, it sounds like we've got a plan.
I think so.
Well, let's get some good sleep then and go about it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna stay up for a watch.
Yeah, I'll take one when you're ready to go to bed.
Okay.
Breakfast as usual.
Alright, so that'll be Cecil, Avi, Brecken. Alrighty, so as we begin the watches, we'll start with Cecil. Go ahead, roll for me a perception roll.
15.
I will keep your 15 in mind. Is there anything that you would like to do or any thoughts that come to your mind during your watch?
He's
Any letters you
pat-
write?
no, a little more active. Patrolling the windows, still looking, just making sure no one's coming up to the door. Any downtime between that, he's polishing his armor up as best he can, wiping it down, giving it a nice little shine. I think through his mind is mostly that he's hoping for the best. This all seems fishy. That we're walking into something, and we might not have the tools to get out, but seems stuck. So hoping that we can head off whatever this trouble is now, and that the dark fairies aren't doing anything further, and that Darkholm's still okay, and that maybe he can learn more about what the threats are facing his city from resolving what's going on here.
Alright. As your watch continues, nothing strange happens. No lights in the distance, no eyes that shine through the window, no mysterious knocks in the middle of the night. Davi,
Mm-hmm.
we'll come to your turn on watch. Let's get a perception roll.
Well, that's an 11.
I'll keep your 11 in mind.
Please do.
Is there any actions or thoughts that happen during your watch?
Well, not really. I'm kind of. I, I understand why Cecil and Bracken are so uptight about where we are, but I don't feel like we're in any danger quite yet. So I'm keeping an eye out, sure, but I'm using this as downtime. I found a book to read. There's some mending to do on some clothes. It's just extra awake time.
Okay. As your extra awake time passes, nothing strange seems to happen. Your watch goes by without issue. Bracken,
Yeah,
it's time for breakfast.
it is time for breakfast.
Why don't
Breakfast will
we-
be made.
First, begin with a perception roll.
Eh.
I'll keep your 19 in mind. And then, what do you make for breakfast today?
We're just gonna keep it a little bit more simple today. We're gonna do omelets. We'll make a couple, meat and cheese ones, some veggie options, just a little something for everybody. And a side of biscuits to go with.
Alright. By the time that breakfast is finished and the others are starting to wake up, you've noticed that there's been no threat. You all have completed a long rest successfully and can press those buttons.
Sorry? One more time on that.
Long rest completed successfully?
Oh, good. Excellent. All right, cool.
Alright, so as it is time for you all to awake, and of course there is breakfast ready for you all, what does your morning look like?
Well, we've got a pretty important meeting.
Yeah.
So, as soon as I'm done with breakfast, I'm gonna go and get ready for it.
Yeah, Cecil's gonna crush an omelet and get the armor all fixed.
Yep, Bracken's gonna have a nice quick breakfast and start adorning his 72-piece suit.
And once I'm all ready, I'm gonna go around and collect the things that Bracken and Cecil want to bring.
Alright. So, as you all prepare, and it gets closer to the time of your summons, what happens?
We didn't get summoned, I guess.
Yes.
I'll walk with Bracken and Cecil the same way I walked yesterday. I'm not in any fuss, but as soon as we get close enough to the gates, I'm going to subtle spell. Is it? Uh-oh. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna subtle spell obfuscate object.
Okay.
And that's focused on the collapsible spear and the bracers and my my crystal.
Okay. So, as you're approaching the gates, the guards that are on the sentinel duty are different than the ones you had seen here yesterday, Avi, but they seem to recognize your group as they will open the gates, and you are accompanied by one of them, escorting you to the palace, particularly to the audience hall. And as you are here, let me see if I've got some palace sounds.
Just do doodling music.
keeping my mouth shut. I'm not saying a word.
Dinosaur music? Kelsey?
See, I didn't have to say it.
I got you. I know what you
Thank
want.
you.
As you are brought to the audience hall, there are guards sort of scattered about the space. Before you are allowed to step fully into the room, one of them will step forward, and if you are bearing any weaponry, please surrender it now.
Cecil puts his hands up. I'm clean.
Back to put his hands up.
Nothing here.
If you are found to be lying, you will be brought into the dungeons before further trial.
Understood.
Then the guard steps aside and allows for your group to enter fully. And besides the guards and yourselves, there is only one other figure here. Of course, to Bracken, he is very familiar. This is Prince Galafor. The rest of you, assuming only that this is your host, you see the lithe, dark-winged fairy with jet black hair and sharp aristocratic features, icy blue eyes, and very well-tailored clothes as he looks down from where he is on his raised seating. Well, it has been quite some time since I've seen one of you.
Yeah, I'm sure you and I both didn't want it to be ever, but here we are.
I must say that it is perhaps something beneficial that we can work out here. I can ignore your trespassing into the city if you can take on a task for me.
It must be a pretty dumb, crazy task for you to just go ahead and ask. This is so out of pocket for you. What do you got? What is it?
There is a bit of unrest in a ally territory, and I would like for you to go and help settle it. Of course, to the benefit of House Nightwing. And if you do so, I will ignore the fact that upon your arrival to the territory, you attacked my men. Quite brutally.
They attacked us, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
That's, well, okay. Yep, okay. Can you give me more specific? It's not gonna matter. Can you give me more specifics on who we're helping and what we're dealing with?
There is a territory upon Verde Mortalis that we are engaged with. And one of their high-seating families have reached out to me about some tensions they've been noticing within and around their lands. Help settle these tensions, and I'll at least look past this transgression. Not so much for previous or further ones.
What do you say, guys? Do we want to make this happen? It sounds like this is just a free pass to do what we need to do anyway.
I think we should take him up on it.
All right, I'm willing to put whatever aside to just get this done. I hate being in this throne room anyway. This place is awful.
Excellent. Now then, you will be heading to a territory known as Darkholm and meeting with an seating figure. I guess some sort of equivalent of a duke by the name of Thalen.
Excellent. Sounds great. I'm sure he will be a great person to hang out with. And Bracket will kind of, as Avi's making excited.
No, that's
noises
Kelsey. That's
over
not Avi. That's not Avi. That's Kelsey.
there. She kick her foot like, hey, get it together.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you will not be heading out upon this on your own. As, again, this is something of House Nightwing's territory. You'll be sent out with a small emissary party.
Yeah, all right. Sounds fair.
Well then, that is all. You're dismissed.
I'm sure you know where to find us, so we'll see you then.
If I can't find you, Lasari can.
Exactly.
Avi will give a little curtsy before she walks out.
Oh, and one more thing, Bracken.
Yeah.
If you do anything out of line, your uncle will be the one to pay for it.
That makes sense. Yep.
And then he gives a shooing motion of his hand.
Cecil's gaze isn't really breaking towards him, and he just kind of takes 3 backward steps and then sharply turns and walks away.
All right. Time to
Yeah, we
walk
gotta
on
go.
out of here.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Once again, you are escorted by the guards back to the front gates, and they are shut behind you. I'm assuming you head back to the house you've been staying within?
Mm-hmm. I think I've taken a few steps away from the gate. Once we're out of earshot, Avi will kind of look down. You alright, Cecil?
No.
I figured. Okay.
Alright. Again, there are a few faces you pass by on the street when you make your way back, but you arrive with no issue. The house as you left it.
It looks like we really have ourselves locked in a rock and a hard place here, team.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna fix some lunch.
Hey, we should go out to lunch.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Where would
I
you like to head?
Bracken, what's your favorite restaurant here?
You already know it.
Do I?
Mummy's wraps.
Do they
They
have those?
mummy's wraps
They
in
Vale?
Vailshire?
don't here.
Surely they've expanded by now.
They don't have one here, no.
Fine, we're just gonna go to a nice Fay bakery then.
Yeah, there's a lovely cafe and bistro that you can find.
Excellent.
Yeah. Once we're kind of alone at a table or whatever. I don't know. Your uncle's place, they found us so fast. They knew where we were.
No,
I
I
don't know if
totally get it.
I don't know if they're watching it, if they've got little tiny invisible fairies in there listening. I don't know, but all of this is very bad.
Yeah.
Oh, he mentioned that we're going to go meet a duke of some sort, Thalen.
Yeah. Which
Remember what?
I
in the
remember.
it was the Darkholm family.
No, Thalen's not
Mm.
part of my family.
That's his friend.
Well, all right. We're going to the Darkholm region. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's the name of the city. Yeah, my family has the namesake of the city. Thalen was my first captain, right below me, second in command
Hmm.
of our responsibilities. I don't. He said he's some sort of a duke now. I
Yeah.
mean, he was a close friend too. He was the son of a blacksmith. That's how he got his position with me. And
Maybe he was just trying to make some kind of equivalent so that he could understand.
or maybe make himself feel better. I don't
Maybe.
know. But the real problem is, do you remember when we ended Jelivas?
Yeah.
And one of the last things she said is that Thalen's going to overthrow the council.
Right. Yeah.
That's where I'm having a bit of a problem here.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to.
Oh, look, whatever we do, we have to figure out how to do it in one clean motion, because as soon as the jig is up, my ends of the bargain are on borrowed time here. I don't get to act out in any way until I act out really, really hard, really, really fast, and make it back here in time to stave off any troubles.
Oh yeah, I don't want your uncle to suffer for anything.
Exactly.
And my whole city seems to be in danger.
Right, which is also bad.
Well, while you have this rock and hard place and a discussion looming of how to approach this navigation, we do have an ad break coming up here. So, hang out. We'll be right back. We'll continue along with our conversations. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They help us here at Wildewitch RP. Another great way of supporting us is direct donations to my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen and in our chat room. These ways of supporting us help keep our games affordable. So stick around, support how you can, and we'll see you guys very soon. All right, we're back. And you are sitting at a lovely Fey cafe and bistro having a conversation about certain developments that have come up very recently.
Thalen can't see me or know that it's me.
Okay.
Not until we figure out everything that's going on and I can get close enough to stop him. But I don't know. Did he mention where we're supposed to meet him?
I don't even think he said when we were leaving.
I'm pretty sure he's going to send us somebody, and then that's going to be where we get all of our shots called from.
And all of this is concerning. They shouldn't even know about Darkholm.
Well, we knew they were in cahoots.
Well, I know that we knew, but like, it just shouldn't be this way. It wasn't when I left.
Yeah.
Well, we have some time to figure out what we're gonna do. Maybe. We certainly have some time before we get to Darkhold. I wouldn't ask you to meet with him. That just spells trouble.
I don't know how high this all goes or who's involved. I think letting my sister know would almost put her in danger if she mentions it to the wrong person.
Yeah.
You know, it almost feels like we just play along until we see an opening, and then we make the best out of it from there.
I think I agree.
Okay.
I think I need a helmet.
Okay. We can get you a helmet.
Prefer something that makes me look more like one of these dark fairies.
I wonder if there's like a costume shop we can get you little wings to.
Well,
See, I got you smiling.
you did.
It's gonna work out.
I guess I could use like my minor illusion spell to make it look like I have a fairy helmet on or something, but it only lasts a minute.
I might be able to help. Do I have that? I have a disguise kit.
Hmm. I mean, is there anything magical we could do more convincing? I'm not saying that a disguise kit wouldn't
I'm
work, but
looking. I'm looking.
maybe then I don't have to worry about the helmet thing.
It might be something that I wouldn't be able to get until tomorrow.
Well, yeah, it's not a today issue.
Right. I'm looking. Well, the best I got is disguise self, and Well, that won't work. Who's that?
We can brainstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can figure something out. Again, it might be just to, wait and see how things go to collect information. They think they are holding all the cards right now, which, to be fair, they very well might be. But, that might make them slip up.
Got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I guess
we
I'll
just
fix that.
play it safe,
Mm-hmm.
blend in, play along.
Sure.
I feel like if he knew who I was, then
He should. He very well should.
guess he didn't. I don't really throw my last name around there too much.
Well, no, that's totally fair. But, if, he's got business and practice and all that kind of jazz going on, I feel like he should have known you. So clearly he's not privy to all the players right now.
Right. I don't. We're just with his hubris. I don't think that's something that he would have let go. He would have mocked us or something about it.
Fair.
Haha, go overthrow your own city. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's in the
Now-
dark.
Now you get it.
Then that's to our advantage. Good.
Javi, you want your family to come out of the woodwork and cause any trouble for us?
No, I'd rather not. Although I think the only person who'd be on our bad side is the oldest of my sisters. We're
Mm,
not exactly on the best of terms,
mm.
but it's fine.
Did you guys fight over the same spot in the family band, or
She's mad that I left.
ah? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And Bracket will fry tax, Javi.
Okay.
My
Oh.
oldest sister. Oh, she's a real piece too.
Yeah.
Yours is actually probably nice. Mine's just okay.
Me and Ray were really close, but when I ran off, you know,
She got upset.
she's mad. A lot of my responsibilities fell onto her, and then I guess Daddy lightened up, but still, just holding a grudge.
Yeah.
I mean, all of my older siblings, all three of them, they like to pick on me mostly. Just
See, that's the thing about being the oldest. I did all the picking on.
must have been nice.
It was all in good fun. Actually, my youngest sister did a lot of making fun, too. But there's something about the oldest and the youngest, maybe.
That could be. It was mostly just Cecilia and I versus them. But she didn't let things get to her. I might have a little sometimes.
You know.
Well,
You in your dainty armor.
eyes narrow.
I'm teasing.
My oldest sister Will, you called me her littlest brother. We're all the same size. They also like to call me the gardener.
Okay.
We all kind of had our own responsibilities in the city.
Sure.
and mine was to protect the loonberry groves.
Yes. So they
The
called you the
wetberry?
gardener.
Yeah,
Hmm.
not like in a nice way, even though my father assured me that it was a very like honorable and respectful duty and was critical to the entire city's like well-being.
Mm-hmm.
I was still the gardener.
So what are loonberries? They're those things that you make the.
This is the juice, and he'll hold up a
Yeah.
little vial. You had some.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, they're extremely rare. They really only grow in the forest where Darkholm is. They have a lot of potent nutritious properties, and it's a nice, smooth, deep, rich, sweet flavor. But they can also be used to make like healing salves and treat some illnesses that we found.
Mm,
And most importantly, the jam.
of course. That is usually the most
Absolutely.
important thing.
Yeah, and we do some. Well, we did. I have no idea what the heck's going on now. We used to do some external trading. That's how I met Lorcan. He came in
Right.
as a caravan guard, and those jars of the jam would sell for pretty high price to the right people. So
Hmm.
it was basically our entire economy and our healthcare system.
Wow.
It was an important, thing to watch over the growth.
Yes, you had a very important job.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Never mind.
No? Okay.
All the goblin tribes and they're around in the forest, which we should also be ready for. There is several large ones, but they're always shifting and like breaking apart one clan and then joining together, and now they had like 8 different ones. It was just all a mess, and we propagated that so that they could never organize against us because they are kind of addicted to the berries. That's
Right.
why I didn't get along so well with Kadrib at first.
Hmm.
Let me see.
Well, now look at you.
Well, yeah, look at me.
I hope he's alright.
He's good.
We're all kind of a little messed up, huh?
Nah.
No.
As long as there's no giant magic bottles around, Kadrib's okay.
Mm. I guess so.
Yeah.
Although, granted, that was a normal size bottle and he was shrunken down.
Yeah, perspective matters.
Well, now said that he's normal size, we just have to worry about giant bottles, right?
Well, we just need to worry about people who say that they're going to watch him and take care of him actually doing that.
You know, it's tough to tame a wild stallion.
Did you just call Kadrib a stallion?
I made a comparison to the situation. I admit that it wasn't a 1-to-1.
No.
It's tough to tame a hungry raccoon. What do you want from me?
That's worse.
No, that's way
Call
more.
him No.
I feel like that's a better fit.
Cannot believe you talk about my boy like that.
I didn't. What do you mean talk about him?
You
Raccoons
called
are
him a
fine.
raccoon. You called
What's
him
wrong
a
with raccoon?
rabid raccoon.
No, I said hungry.
Goodness.
It's not his fault that hungry things tend to be rabid.
Didn't call him diseased. I was just going that you're like, oh, stallion, that's a little too far. So I put it back in the realm of realism.
And you called him a rodent.
So, what's wrong with rodents?
There ain't nothing wrong with rodents. But the problem is you comparing my boy to a rodent.
Okay, what small creature would you prefer I compare him to?
I don't know, like a bunny.
Mm,
Aren't bunnies another form of rodent?
But they're cute.
You know what? Okay, let's shelve the animal comparison, and when we see something that we're like, oh, that's Cadrib, I think we'll just know it.
Yeah, alright.
But Stallion and Raccoon are off the table. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah,
At least Stallion.
thank you.
Sure. Then I think we go along with whatever Dalafor wants us to do for now.
For now. It's gonna be fun.
I'll try really hard to play along.
Okay.
I'm not a good actor.
I know. You don't have to say nothing.
That's the best
You also
chance, is for me to say nothing. That's what I'm gonna try really hard to not do, because as soon
Okay.
as I do, it's probably not gonna be great.
gig
Okay.
is up, yeah. You also don't have to be happy about the situation. Lord knows I wasn't happy about that last one.
Yeah, I feel like you could look a little bit grumpy. We can just play it off as, he's real serious about his job.
Yeah, that's where I thought maybe the helmet would come in. Just be the silent type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We should get you a helmet.
Yeah, I don't have very much money.
And me neither.
Hey, does your uncle have any money?
We could search the house.
I would like to search Bracken's uncle's house for money.
We can go look, but he made wooden toys for children, so it's
What's the market like around here?
I've seen quite a bit. I've seen quite a few children around.
it's more of a Geppetto and Pinocchio situation than a FAO Schwartz situation.
He
I don't
made
know what any of that means.
toys come to life.
No, he just made normal toy. It was Geppetto before the
Bracken,
whole magical doll
Bracken.
thing. Yeah.
Were you made out of wood and now you're a real boy?
I was
What?
made out of fairy.
Okay.
Made out of fairy? That's worse!
When a mommy fairy and a daddy fairy love each other very much.
Very much. They make a caregiver solve riddles 3, and if they get one wrong, a fairy is born.
I thought it was baby's first laugh.
Sure. That too.
Man, that would create. Could you imagine if that's how fairies reproduced? They had a baby and then they laughed and then
That's
another.
lore, babe.
No, I know where the lore comes from. It's Neverland. Neverland. It's Pixie Hollow. I was that kid.
Sure you were. You were a lot of types of kid.
But that is specifically
That's supposed to be.
to a one setting, and it's human baby laughs. But if imagine a fairy baby laughs and then another fairy baby appears, could you imagine the overpopulation?
That'd be an issue.
It would
It's a good
be.
thing that's not how that works.
Hey, we're in the middle of RP here.
Sorry,
voice
go
in my
back.
head.
Go back. Go back. It's fine.
My lobster bisque is getting cold.
Yeah, get your gnocchi.
Oh my goodness.
So, anything else you do in the cafe and bistro before you go back ransacking for? God damn it, Brent. Anything else you'd like to cover at the bistro? Any more conversations before heading back to Bracken's uncle's house?
Runkle's house.
No, Cecil is excited to search for money in the house.
Mhm. No, I'm just paying attention to my sandwich. Now we have a plan. we have to get Cecil a helmet, so I'm trying to wrap this up so we can get to finding some money. Hey, if push comes to shove, I can go play for a few hours in the middle of the square and get some coin.
Yeah, but let's check the house first.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
just so
Yeah.
glad we're so dead set on robbing my uncle who's in
Borrowing.
prison.
We're borrowing. We'll pay him back. You don't need it right now. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Alright. So, finishing your meals, I'd say run you about, in a place like this, 2 gold a meal. And when you're done, you can make your way back to Bracken's uncle's house. And I'll say it's an investigation roll to try and find any potentially hidden money.
What was it?
Investigation.
Is there any way to make this in athletics? If I just start tossing, I'm just kidding.
Cecil, you don't find anything. But as Avi and Bracken, the two of you set out to find areas around the house, both of you would find, coming across it from different angles, a single plank in one of the rooms that is loose as it kind of creaks under your feet.
Oh. That's promising. I'll pull it up.
So as Avi reached down and pull it up, the two of you would see that there is a small pouch and a scroll that is tied up next to the pouch.
Oh. Can I look at the scroll first? I'll kind of throw the pouch to Bracken, but I'll look at the scroll.
Okay. Throwing the pouch to Bracken, there is a jingle of coin from inside.
I'll hold on to the pouch for now while we see what this scroll is all about.
The scroll doesn't have much writing on it, but the writing that it does have is a familiar handwriting to you, Bracken, as it just says, "For Bracken, perhaps this will help you more than the troublemaking."
See, we're not stealing. It's for you.
That doesn't make me feel better at all, Avi.
Her face kind of falls.
And I'll just look in the bag real quick and give it a cursory count.
As you look over, it is a collection of silver and gold, and knowing how your uncle's business did, you can imagine that this took him quite some time to collect up. It seems in case you needed it. And I would say that you are looking at about You're looking at 90 gold pieces and 59 silver.
I'll just throw the bag back to Avi, and there we go. There's some cash.
Are you all right?
We'll be fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Faye, can I cast Detect Magic and take a pass through the house?
Yeah, for sure.
I do so.
As you look through the house, the only magic you notice is, of course, what's on your companions. However, let me check something. Okay. Yeah, no, all you see within the house is what you expect to see on your companions.
Alright. Well, should I check to see how much just a simple helmet with, as long as it has a face covering. Should I check to see how much that is at a blacksmith?
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Alright. Bracken, do you know where a blacksmith is?
Yeah, there's a couple in town.
Cecil gets the directions and will run off.
Yeah, for sure.
Just for me, because I wasn't paying attention because I thought Bracken was gonna take it. How much was in the pouch?
90 gold, 59 silver.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. So, as Cecil scurries out, let me see. Do. I'd say for just a single visored helmet, you're looking at 30 gold pieces.
Oh, I can cover that. Cool. I buy it and run back, and I put it on when I walk in the door. I put my arms out and go, ta-da!
Who are you?
I take it off. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right. You had me worried.
What are the odds that someone else with a helmet kicked in the door and said, ta-da?
I mean, frankly, Not a little bit more than you'd think.
Yeah, it's your city, all right. Well, I got what I need then.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. Does it fit right?
How does it fit, Faye?
I'd say that it fits fine.
It fits
Bag of
fine.
gold, it better
Right.
fit like a glove.
I don't want to have it rattling.
The size between a fairy and a gnome, you're not. It's not that much of a difference.
Got him.
Well, what do we got for the rest of the day? Anything?
We're just waiting on word of when we're gonna start this out.
Got it. You know, I might actually go and play for a while.
Yeah, I could use a drink. I'll come with you.
I'll guard the stage so none of your fans rush it.
Oh, all right.
I take my helmet.
Okay.
All right.
You want to go to the inn that Ulcus is staying at?
The Tame Throne? Yeah.
That one. I'm sure they would go bother him for a while.
Yeah. So, as you set out, you can find the Tame Throne Inn quite easily. And stepping inside, there are a few people within taking advantage of their pub offerings. You can smell the hearty stew and the ale that fills the air. There's also a heavy scent of melted cheese, very savory and rich. The scents and the smell of the area. But there is a stage front that has spaces for bards to perform. It seems to be a sort of free-for-all, as you see more than one bard sort of hanging around in the area, but they're all, sharing laughs and drinks and whatnot.
Nice. If nobody's up on there, I'm going.
Yeah, for sure.
Cecil will stand off to the side menacingly with his helmet. Not menacingly, but like very obvious that he's watching.
Kraken will saddle up at the bar.
So, as you all sort of take your spaces in the pub, Avi, go ahead, make for me a performance roll and explain to me what your set looks like.
Sure. We're keeping it simple. It's the middle of the day. We're not out to party, so it's the more easy listening, some upbeat, nothing too dour and nothing too exciting. But we're having fun.
Yeah, as you do this, you start to get a few of the bards, not coming up on stage alongside you, but from where they're at, grab their own instruments to accompany you.
Nice.
And yeah, it's very nice. And as you are performing, Let me... Just do some... Alright, so... Let me... Where's the information that I need?
Yeah, that's a good question.
There's the weapon that I need. Alright, you'll end up from your performance here, you'll get 27 gold pieces, Avi.
Whoa, okay.
That's almost enough for a helmet if you want one.
I'm good. What's it, 30 gold for the helmet?
All right. Hey, terribly sorry about that brief power outage, but we're back now, and we are at the Tame Throne Inn and Pub, where Avi, you just performed a very excellent set. Bracken's getting a drink at the bar, and Cecil is on, bouncer duty.
Mm.
So, Avi, you just received 27 gold
Mhm.
pieces.
They're almost covering the helmet. Oh, we're still in the black. We're still in the red a little. But I'll kind of climb down and, I'll take a kind of circuitous route to the rest of the people, saying hi. Hey, wow, you played great. I heard you from up there, and then moving on.
Yeah, much the same directed at you, praising your command over your instrument.
No, stop it. It's fine. This whole thing.
So, what do you all do after Avi finishes the set? And do you all kind of congregate at the bar near where Bracken's at? What do you do?
I'll have safe seats for everybody. If they are inclined.
I'll hang around, but I don't think I'm gonna drink.
Yeah, totally fine.
I don't think we need drunk Avi in the mix here.
Anyone here
So,
watching us while I was watching them? Like the crowd? Anyone taking particular? Anyone tailing up?
Roll me a perception roll.
20.
You would notice a figure sort of paying attention, not to Avi, but more to Bracken. Not one that you've seen before, but very reminiscent of the sort of scrappy kids that you'd met when going to find Gruen.
Cecil will just let Bracken know that looks like someone's tailing us. I don't know. Looks like a kid.
That doesn't sound like our usual crew.
He
Sure.
seems to be most interested in you.
Bracken will look over his shoulder a little bit.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd see the kid that's kind of watching you. Sort
Do
of.
they look familiar, or do they look like they've been paid to do this?
Roll an insight check. They're not familiar to you. At least, if they are, they're not obviously so. They do seem heavily interested in you. You don't know if that's for personal reasons or if they've been paid, but, that's what you're able to get.
All right. Well, I've clocked them. They clocked me. So if they want to do something balls in their court, I'm gonna keep enjoying this little beer I got here.
Easily done. So, besides nursing a beer and spotting a tail, is there anything else your group does now that you've kind of reconvened?
You really
Nothing
killed
here.
it up there, Avi.
Oh, hey, thanks. It's fine, you know. Just a couple of songs. Surely nothing.
Well, everyone really enjoyed it. They were showering you in gold.
Well, I wouldn't call it. I'm just gonna let that one slide. They were very generous, though.
Bracken, while we're in town, is there anyone else you want to visit or anything you need to see or take care of?
I mean this in the fullest and most polite way possible. I never wanted to be back in this town again.
Mm. All right. Well,
Fair
good
enough.
news is we're leaving soon. So,
Yeah.
Good news for Bracken, bad news for Cecil.
hey, listen, we're trying to stay on the positive side of things. You're not helping. Voice in my head's trying to bring everyone down.
I hate when that happens.
It sucks.
So, you're able to finish up your business here and make it back to your temporary abode. And why don't we first figure out, are you planning another watch this evening, or are you just going to head to bed altogether?
Oh, Cecil's watching.
If Cecil's watching, I'll watch.
Okay. And I'm assuming it'll be the same watch progression as always, Cecil, Avi, Bracken?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. So before we go into our watches, can everyone roll for me a d10?
A D10?
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said that.
That's the one with 10 sides on it, right? That's the one that looks like a 5-sided pyramid on top of another 5-sided pyramid, right?
If that's the way you want to look at it.
Ass to ass.
It's a dodecahedron.
Oh my god.
It makes me regret writing your name, character name so nicely. I should just chicken scrawl it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that you hate me for having a conversation.
That's not what I
That's-
said at all.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
That is not what was said at all.
He was just asking for clarification. I don't understand.
I don't need this. My power just went out. Oh. There's a lot. Alright, cool. So now that I have those, Cecil, can you roll for me a perception roll?
27.
Lovely.
Damn.
I will keep your 27 in mind. Is there anything that goes on from Cecil during your watch? Any thoughts or actions you take?
He's kind of just making sure stuff is ready to go on short notice. He's figuring that's how it's going to be once Delafor figures out when we're going and where exactly we're going. He's thinking a lot of home and still a little confused on the whole Thalen business and how that's all come to be. It's pretty disappointing. He and him used to be very close friends, and yeah, and Cecil knew his sister too. So it's all very strange, unexpected, disappointing, confusing. Hoping it's not what it seems to be.
Okay. So, while this is going on, Avi,
Mm-hmm.
as you dream, you find yourself floating amongst stars. The area around you is cold, crisp, in the way that autumn air in the morning time is. It's invigorating. There is beautiful song that envelops you, that moves through you. You feel full of power and potential. What do you do as you feel this and notice your surroundings?
I think the first thought is, oh, great, this again. But then it's like a very slow relaxation and, just kind of letting myself be there.
As you relax, the song seems to become louder. Not quite in the sense that the volume has changed, but you're now a little more tuned into it, in sync with it almost. It carries you through a restful sleep. Cecil, your watch comes to an end with nothing out of the ordinary. Bringing us then to Avi's turn on watch. Avi, can you make for me a perception roll?
Sure can.
23, lovely. I'll keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that Avi does during her watch, any thoughts or actions?
Well, again, we're keeping an eye out of windows every once in a while, but, it's just extra wait time. So, she spends some time in the kitchen thinking forward to breakfast, and just to make things a little easier for Bracken, she's, chopping up some herbs and, like onions, anything that would be good with breakfast that she thinks he might need. She's kind of got things prepped and off to the side. Um, and then she's doing that. She's kind of thinking back, to conversation at lunch, um, about her sister and, the state of their relationship. She's not great at the moment.
As Avi, you contemplate and plan. At least breakfast planning.
Mm.
Bracken,
Yeah.
we come to your dreams. You find yourself in a crowd. A crowd of courtiers and civilians, and seated at his throne, looking down at you, is Dalafor. There is a sort of murkiness to the sound of this dream. You can hear him talking in the crowd, making some sort of cry and agreement, or maybe disagreement. It's strange. It's like everything is underwater. Nothing's making clear sense to you. But you can see that Dalafor is looking directly at you through whatever it is that he's saying. And then you feel arms grab you. And you look, 2 guards. You do anything, Bracken?
No, Bracken's gonna bite his tongue and hold his time. He knows he's gonna get a chance eventually. This isn't it, especially not here and now, in a dream.
So as the guards take you, you are dragged down, and it feels like the dungeons are in the deepest pits of the earth. You pass by no other prisoners. But when you make it to your cell, there is a single lantern that is lit. You can see a figure sort of just at the edges of the shadows.
Yeah, I know who's there.
You approach.
Yeah, I will.
As you go to approach, reaching out, the figure turns and you see your own face looking at you, dried, desiccated, dead. Eyes glassy, mouth open. And that's when you will wake up. Avi, your watch went by without issue. And then it'll come to Bracken's turn for watch. Bracken.
Bracken will kind of shoot himself awake at that messed up dream and shake off what he can and just go through making a easy breakfast this morning. Just some toast and cheese and meats and
Yeah.
some hard-boiled egg.
We'd love some hard
Traveler's
egg.
breakfast.
Yeah. Roll for me a perception check, if you would.
Yep. There.
Yeah, that makes sense given the night you just had.
Yeah.
Focusing more on breakfast to help calm your nerves. We go over to Cecil. Cecil. Your dream bathes you in light. Sunlight. It's warm. And when you open your eyes, you are looking out across a forested expanse. You're high atop of it. You're on a wall, a parapet. And as you look, you see the familiar sight of the Bloomberry patches. You're dreaming of home. But then the light changes. The warmth is no longer from above, but below. More intense as you see the patches burst into flame, set alight by torches, raiders that push further into Darkholm. And there's no guard forces to protect it. And as you see this, you feel the wall that you stand upon crumble beneath your feet. And just when you would hit the ground, that is when you wake up, Cecil. Bracken, your watch goes by without issue, and you have a very simple but hearty breakfast prepared for everyone as you all complete your long rests.
Abby comes down, very well rested, humming a tune. Oh, this looks great.
Yeah, it's put something together.
Did you find all the stuff that I made for you? All
Yeah, I used it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah. I'm just kind of waiting for the knock at the door at this point, so do
Alright,
what
well,
you need to do.
okay.
It's not long after Bracken says this that there is, in fact, a knock at the door.
I'll go get it.
As you make your way to the door, standing there is a dark-winged fairy. She's in leather armor, but does seem to be a more official soldier. And she presents you a scroll.
I'll take it. No, you can say like hi or how was your morning before you hand off stuff.
I could. But my job here is to deliver that.
Alright, just saying.
You might not have that attitude once you read what's in there, and she gives a small salute and sets off. and opening up the scroll, which
Mhm.
seems it is yours to keep this time. It is marked with the crest of House Nightwing, requiring your attendance to accompany the emissary trip.
Did it say when?
Yeah, within a few hours.
Okay. Is everybody downstairs?
I see that you're trying to speak, Brent, but I don't hear anything.
Yes.
Okay. I'll kind of run back to where we're eating. Be like, all right. It's about time to go. A few hours we got.
Does it say where we're going, or just that we're departing at that time?
It'll tell you to meet upon the grounds of the palace, so you'll likely be escorted.
Oh boy. Should I have a fake name?
You do have a fake name.
I had so many.
Were you Bagel?
I think I was Bagel.
Do we want to double back on Bagel, or do we want to make a new one?
Bagel's fine.
I like Bagel.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep mine if that's okay.
I imagine that's okay.
Okay.
I'm already spoken for. They know who I'm gonna be, so I don't think me giving me a fake name is gonna be that helpful.
Well, you could just have one on deck for fun if you want.
Well, do you want me to bring Crabneck back?
I
No.
do love
Fine.
crab neck.
I thought it was neck crab.
That's the one.
That's right.
All right, well, it's there if we need it.
All right.
Great.
I'm gonna
Neck
finish
crab.
up breakfast and head up to
Bardic
fix
for
my
neck
bag.
crab.
I was just about to type that out.
God damn.
And Cecil's just gonna get his stuff ready to go. And put his helmet on and prepared to play the quiet game. He doesn't know when necessarily, but he's ready. Sadly.
As you prepare what you need, make your way to the palace grounds. You are, of course, escorted to where there is a small group of other what looks to be militia, and some courtiers. But you would notice that overseeing this, sort of upon like a balcony, Alifor is present, as well as two figures. Bracken, you of course recognize these. You are looking at, firstly, Queen Lanafrey, who is Prince Dalafor's mother,
Yep.
and her partner, Regent Stradala.
Hmm.
As you arrive, the Queen is looking over everything, and Dalafor seems to clock your group almost instantly and gives just the smallest sign that he's pleased you are here. Stradala is the one that begins the speech over what is to be expected of this group. And while this is going on, can I get perception checks from all of you? So, Cecil, you are the one to notice this. A figure, a dark-winged fairy, quietly moves through the crowds and deposits something upon Bracken's person before leaving. It looked to be a scroll or parchment of some sort.
On Bracken?
On Bracken.
Would I didn't notice this?
Not with a 12.
Yeah, okay.
Cecil will casually make his way over to Bracken, just walking by like, hey, someone just put a scroll in your pocket.
What? Oh, they did. What?
Cecil will just keep
Bracken
walking past.
Bracken will kind of look left, look right, and peek at this scroll, see if it says anything interesting.
It does say something interesting.
Uh-oh. Not too interesting, I hope.
Well, it's pretty interesting.
Faye.
The first words is, do not speak of this outside of your companions. And then, as you continue reading, there are rumors throughout the court that the Regent Stradala is making a play for the throne. That cannot be allowed. She will likely make an appearance at some point during the Darkholme tensions, when she is away from Sprinafera. That will be an opportunity to strike down this traitor. And it is signed D. Nightwing.
Cool. Awesome. Great. And I will make my rounds to, Avi and Cecil separately.
Before you do that,
Oh, okay.
roll for me a history check.
Okay.
Okay. You just, with a 7, recall that Regent Stradala is, of course, partner to Queen Lanifred and has been for years, longer than Prince Dalafor has lived, and has always seemed quite loyal to House Nightwing, but politics, you know?
Yeah.
Especially Fae politics.
Yeah. Never really wanted to get involved, but, sometimes they just have a way of roping you in.
So, with this information, you can, of course, try and seek out your companions now, or hold on to it until you know that you are away from any eavesdropping.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it for a little bit.
Okay. Once the briefing to the rest of the militia is done, which is much the same, you are acting on House Nightwing to help reinforce alliances and tensions. It's not a large force. Even with the three of you, your numbers are maybe about a dozen. This is
How
just
armed are they?
they're not like full plates or anything like that. They seem to be more of a scout group, perhaps a first line to see if more is needed.
So not too serious of a group.
Not yet, at least.
Thanks.
Should the situation need more attention, of course it will come. But, yeah, it is not long before you are dismissed alongside the rest of the militia to a portal that has been opened. One to bring you to the forests of Vale Mortalis. And as you step through Cecil for a moment, your mind goes back to that dream. Nightmare. But you arrive and it is peaceful in this forest. Warm sunlight comes through, which is different than the stark night you are just beneath. There's a sweet smell in the distance. And smoke. Just beyond some of the most immediate trees. Not heavy or dark, like one might expect from a forest fire. No. Small, thin trails of it. Chimney smoke. There is a settlement ahead. A settlement that one of your group is very familiar with.
Gonna be okay, Michael.
Didn't think I would ever come back here.
Now, you're speaking my language.
I'll figure it out. I'm not alone.
No, you're not.
A subtle double thumbs up.
So, as you follow the course, you're at the head of the emissary troop. This small little mission that you've joined on. They seem familiar with the path as well. Perhaps this is not the first time that they have traveled to Darkholm. But eventually you do see the walls rising up, surrounding the city here, nestled in the forest. The massive doors creak as they open and allow the fairies and your accompaniment in. And you see the bustling streets. Cecil, what is it like for you to step back into this area?
It's he hadn't even really considered it before very, very recently. There's a touch of fear because he knows if he's discovered, that could be the death penalty. He's scared that all these people don't know what's going on. He's scared that he's going to be recognized even though he's disguised. He doesn't want to get anyone else injured or in trouble. It's more concerning than comforting, just because of all the risks surrounded, and that none of this, of how it's happening, should be happening. But here he is.
Following the group that you are with, you are brought to a familiar space. It is the council meeting hall. And you would notice that there are familiar faces here. And faces that are familiar, but not quite expected. Of course, you see the mayor, Elmra Denshade. Seems she's still seated and doing well for the city. You see your father, Cecil. But you would also see Phelan seated amongst the council members. It seems that perhaps that wasn't an exaggeration, what Dalafor was saying. Since you've left, something has changed. But it is Mayor Denshade that welcomes the group forward. So, go ahead, give me some insight rolls here. There is tension thick in this room. There's a furrow in the mayor's brow that proves she's perhaps not quite so comfortable with this. It seems that the only person who is Thalen. It's a lot of pomp and circumstance of welcoming you all to the city and promising you a welcome stay so long as you abide by the rules in place. Particularly the staying away from the loonberry fields. But other than that, you are politely dismissed for this day to rest after your travels and settle yourself in to accommodations before business can continue tomorrow and as long as it is needed. Though it does seem that, with your previous insight rolls, the gnomes of Darkholm are wanting to perhaps wrap up business sooner rather than later. So, as you are dismissed to the streets of Darkholm under your own itinerary for the time being, what do you do? Do you try and find your own accommodations, or do you follow the militia and to where they'll be staying in the barracks.
Hmm. Do you think it'll be safer, Pig?
I think there's less of a chance of me being recognized outside of the barracks.
Okay, so is there like an inn?
Probably not. Well, I'm guessing. So when I was here, there weren't a lot of visitors,
Right.
but now there might be.
Okay.
I imagine if there's something like that, it'd be near the front gates.
Sure, yeah. Let's take a look around. We'll figure it out.
I'll stay in the barracks just to quell any suspicions or anything like that, and we'll go from there. You all know how to get a hold of me if you need me.
Yeah, of course.
Just make a note. No, I'm not trying to be mean.
You know what you do.
I'm just making notes so that way I know what sort of information you might get.
You know exactly what you do.
Alright, so, as you head to the front gates, Diesel, you would notice that one of the buildings seems to have been refurbished in a way. This was an old house, but it seems that it has been expanded upon and given a fresh coat of paint, and now bears a small sign out front proclaiming it to be The Hidden Hollow, a bed and breakfast.
What's that?
Yeah, it's probably one of very few options.
Okay, well then let's just take this one.
Sounds good.
Okay. I'll head inside.
Cecil follow.
It's very cozy inside. Very much like what you would expect a sort of family-run establishment to look like. There's a common room with a open hearth, and there's the smell of some sort of simmer pot filling everything with this very citrusy and spiced smell. And there is there's a gnome, probably middle-aged, behind a front desk, currently knitting.
I'll be a step up. Hi there.
Hello, give me just one moment to mark my place here.
Yeah, you're fine.
And as she takes the time to pause her knitting, pulls closer and draws out some glasses to put upon her face. How can I help you?
Do you have rooms available?
Oh, let me see. And she'll pull out a large book and double check some recent entries. And yes, we do have rooms available. How many are you looking for?
2.
All right. I can get you 2 keys. how long do you plan to stay?
Unknown.
All right, that's more than fine. I do let you know that our rate is 1 gold a night per room.
Got it. Just thinking. You think we could swing one room?
Cecil will look up and just slowly nod.
Got it. Let's go. One room, that's fine.
All right. And so with that, she'll grab a quill and make some notes in that book, and we'll give you a key, and the two of you are staying in room number 4. This one's very nice. It's going to be one of our upper level floors rooms, and it's got a nice view that gets you just above the when the dawn light comes in, it'll hit right above the walls into the room. Very lovely.
Oh, that does sound nice. Thank you so much. And what's your name?
Gladys.
Gladys. Got it. I'm Avi. And this is Bagel. He doesn't talk much.
Yes, and he got that name from some sort of story.
Well, it's his favorite food. And he doesn't talk much, so, he just ate a lot of bagels, so that's what we call him.
Yep.
Cecil gives a small shrug.
We've got some really good bagels here in the city.
Oh, that sounds great, doesn't it, Bagel?
Cecil will look up at Avi and just kind of tap the side of his helmet, like, thinking about it.
We'll head upstairs.
Yes, you get yourself settled, and if you need any recommendations, well, I've lived here my whole life. I can definitely point you in good directions.
Oh, great. Thanks so much. Come on, Bagel.
Just waddle after.
Waddle.
This is my new favorite thing.
So, you are easily able to make it up to the to room 4 to start setting in.
Doing okay?
Cecil will make sure the door's shut. He'll take his helmet off. Yeah, it's just kind of... Just didn't really think I'd be back.
Yeah, no.
Just everything seems weird. People weren't even didn't even look surprised to see visitors, but everyone in that council chamber seemed uncomfortable. Not everyone, but most everyone.
Yeah, I kind of felt that too.
Whatever change is going on here, not everyone supports it. That's good for us.
That is good. There are 2 beds, correct? Or are me and Cecil cuddling?
There are 2
You get
beds.
to be the big spoon.
Okay.
However, they're 2 gnome-sized beds.
But that's fine. I can
You can have
curl
your
up.
feet hanging over the end of it.
I can curl up. It's fine.
Maybe they've got like a human-sized rollaway.
That it's gonna be all right. I promise. But hey, look, you get a U-size bed. How special is that?
I like the big ones better.
Takes the gnome-sized bed.
I'll
Fun.
make this work. It's fine.
If you say so.
I do.
Okay. What if it... Hang on. Can I go and pull on one of the ends of the beds just to see if it slides out?
Let me
Cecil in dragon bed.
No,
me
I just want to
roll
like lift
something.
it. Just want to like lift it off the... Just one end off the ground, like a couple of inches. Just give it a pull and just see if it slides out into a people... Like a, a taller people bed.
It seems that in the time that you've been away and there's change where visitors have been let in, there has been some gnomish ingenuity as you pull and the bed comes out with extra slats and does extend to a medium-sized creature-sized bed.
Cecil, you're so smart.
Well, we figure things out.
I thought I was gonna have to curl up in a little ball and sleep all uncomfortable like.
Well, you are way more polite about it than what...
Uh,
It's fine, it's cool.
You'd find the extra padding for that in the closet in the room.
Great. Well, hey, well, you get to have a big people bed too if you want.
It's not really the length that I miss.
It's
I like
the
the width.
width.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I understand that.
Faye, can I try and pull the bed the other direction?
It does not work that way.
Shit! I kick it.
Yay!
It's okay. I just, hoping for the best. It's fine. This is all fine. Everything's
Well,
fine.
Yeah, hopefully we won't be here very long, so.
Cecil's heart drops a little bit at that,
Oh.
but you can't tell. That's just an internal
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
The
but
shoulders slump a little.
but
That was a
Kelsey
Kelsey, yeah.
knows.
That was a Kelsey noise, I know. We'll do what we have to do and then figure it out from there.
Yeah. Hey, maybe while we're here, we could, it might be dangerous, and you'll probably say no, like, right away, but we could, find a little sneaky place. Maybe, see if your sister wants to see you.
Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I don't want to put her in any danger.
No, I get it. It was a thought that I had.
Yeah.
I'm sure she would be real happy to see you.
I hope so.
Well, Cecil and Avi are setting up in the Hidden Hollow. Bracken, you
Yep.
followed the fairies to the barracks. There's been a portion of the barracks that has been cleared out for this traveling party. A folding screen set up for privacy for the courtier that is being travel here as well. So it seems that even the higher ranks of your group aren't getting terribly special treatment. Is there anything that you do kind of ingratiate yourself, or you just make
I'm
an
here to do a
appearances?
job. I'm here to, I'm not trying to make friends at all. I want nothing to do with these people. I'm going to go about setting up a hammock and unpacking my stuff for however long I'm going to be here.
Okay. As you do this, roll for me perception or insight. There are whispered conversations happening from some of the other soldiers as they set up, and a lot of them seem to be about you as they kind of look in your direction before whispering over to their companion.
They're all welcome to have a conversation. If someone wants to try and start something, they can.
Sounds sounds as I expected it to.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you set up your own space, do you plan to, since it's not too terribly late, I'd say it's close to like afternoon, evening time here, by the time that you are setting in. Do you try and find your companions before nightfall, or
Nope.
do you?
Nope,
Alright.
nope. I'm going to play it by ear. If they contact me via message, I'll go off of that. Otherwise, I am dormant.
Sounds good. Well then, as you all sort of settle in to the spaces that you will be holding for your upcoming stay in Darkhold, we'll have to see what comes next for our band of heroes in our next session. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this, though
Yeah.
definitely some rocks and hard spaces and technical difficulties. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I'll see you guys in our next stream, but until then, head over to wildewitch.com and check us out there. Join us in our Discord to jump in a game yourself, or just keep up to date with our announcements. Follow us here on Twitch for our live streams. Head over to YouTube for our VODs. But until the next one, it'll be a see you later.